This is CSB 9 News with Adam Shields and Gabriela Sanchez. Featuring entertainment news with Peyton Turner. Weather with Cherie Monet Wiley. And sports with David Ferris. Here is your CSB 9 News team. Justin Poss coaches at one high school and teaches at another. Limited resources force coaches and teachers to make sacrifices. Here's David Ferris with the story.
If you take I-65 north towards Louisville, just 25 minutes up from Nashville, you'll enter a city here at White House, Tennessee. We're at Robert F. Woodall Primary School. White House Heritage baseball coach Justin Poss spends his days helping kids get exercise and his afternoons helping young men grow into productive citizens of society.
The role of PE in children's health is very important because kids don't get the exercise that they did once, 10, 15 years ago. This is some of the only exercises some of the kids do get nowadays. When
the school day ends at Robert F. Woodall Primary School, head baseball coach Justin Poss, his day is just beginning. When his day is over, he comes here to this field where he has to deal with a lot of adversity, some of which being that he's the youngest coach in a district full of established head coaches throughout the district. And he's also having to deal with limited resources, because it's very obvious in this town that one high school rules all.
Being a young coach at a fresh startup school, the school's only been around 5 years. We don't have the facilities as, say, the other school across the county. They have, new facilities, new field. We're still dealing with city parks. Don't have the money to actually build a new field just yet, but we're working on that with our new school. Being a young coach in an established region, it's hard when we go into meetings and we talk about certain situations and I have ideas. It's hard to get their respect and for them to earn my respect because they've been in their programs for 10, 15 years and I'm just a new young upstart coach. Sometimes I can feel they don't want to listen to me and I have to make sure my point is made across.
Head coach Justin Poss sets his goals high at the beginning of every season as in wanting to win a state championship. But he says his more realistic goals are just that he wants to be able to compete in the district. He's still a young up-and-coming school, so they have a long way to go. But he says as long as he can teach all of the kids a little bit about baseball and a lot about life, he'll be happy. For CSB News, I'm David Ferris.
White House Heritage is in the process of building a new high school. Coach Poss is hopeful a new field will also be in the plan.
Now let's go to David Ferris to see what's going on in the world of sports.
Thanks, Gabriella. I'm David Ferris, and this is your CSB Sports Update. The Jacksonville Jaguars are embroiled in turmoil after head coach Jack Del Rio cut veteran quarterback Byron Leftwich and handing the starting job to career backup David Garrard. So does all that turmoil spell victory for the Tennessee Titans in their season opener? Garrard will be handing the ball off to running back Maurice Jones-Drew on Sunday, in the Jaguars' attempt to return to the playoffs after an 8-8 season last year. The Titans, on the other hand, are just looking for a winning season. Tennessee hasn't posted a winning record since 2003, and their quest starts in Jacksonville, and starting linebacker David Thornton told us what to expect.
Those guys are a physical football team. They have a great 1-2 punch with Fred Taylor and Maurice Jones-Drew. We know we're going to have our hands for the offensive line is very physical. The defense plays hard, fast, aggressive football. But we got to be up for the challenge. It's going to be a hot football game. We're looking forward to it, and I'm hoping we can go down there and play a solid 60 minutes.
The Titans are being led once again by NFL Rookie of the Year Vince Young, but another player in his sophomore season is looking to make an impact as well. Running back Lindell White is hoping 2007 will be his breakout year, even though he'll be sharing carries with veteran Chris Brown. White impressed the coaching staff in the preseason, not only with the ball, but plays without the ball as well. Like this block that allowed Young to run in for the score.
Comes from high school, you realize you got a chance to go on to the next level. They really emphasize, being all around football player, and it's not just catching or running the ball. You gotta do something when the ball's out your hands. You gotta look to spring somebody else, get the receivers a nice block so they can get down the field. Vince get the ball. You gotta look to help out, and I just take it serious because if I don't have the ball, if I have the ball, I want those guys to come down the field and make a block for me. So it ain't nothing out the ordinary. Just doing my job, really.
In other local football news, Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders take I-65 north to Kentucky to play 8th-ranked Louisville tomorrow night. Middle's coming off a 27-14 loss to lowly Florida Atlantic, and they're trying to right ship against a Louisville team that hung 73 points on Murray State last week. Cardinals quarterback Brian Brom is a frontrunner for the Heisman Trophy this year, and he didn't hurt his case any by going 16-21 with a monstrous 375 yards and 3 total touchdowns against Murray. The Blue Raiders will not only try to improve to 1-1, but will also try and hand Louisville their first loss at home in 20 games. The game starts at 7 p.m. tomorrow and is nationally televised on ESPN. I'm David Ferris, and that's your sports update.
Thanks, David. That does it for tonight's news. I'm Adam Shields.
And I'm Gabriela Sanchez. Thank you for watching CSB News.
Have a good night, and be sure to tune in tomorrow for all the latest news.
Well, victory for the Tennessee Titans in their season opener. That was stupid. Tennessee Titans in their season opener. Yeah, so you'll have to put your headset on to pay attention. Another player in the sophomore season looking to make an impact. Here's all that